And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sterling High School's Channel 19 presents the second round of the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs between Sterling and the Buena Chiefs, a rematch from last year where Buena got the best of Sterling in that matchup. And Sterling is looking for a little bit of revenge here this afternoon. Rob Strauss and Matt McPherson are going to bring you all the live action. We look at the starting lineup for the Buena Chiefs. Leading off playing third base, Asia Cintron. In center field, Brittany Giuliano. Pitching, Sam Manfredo. At shortstop in the cleanup position, Katrina Arbello. The catcher, Sky Bear. Second base, Casey Jones. Tyra Capers batting seventh, and playing in left field, Hannah Cintron playing right field, and the designated player, Sammy Maxwell, for the Buena Chiefs. Take a look at the Sterling defense. It's going to be Trish Quinn on the mound, and the senior catcher, Ashley Croge. Hannah Ochenegro at second base, Marissa Edmonds at first, Marissa Nagel at short, Gab Ochenegro at third, and then your outfield, Kaylee Whalen, Elle Kriebel, and Emily Kozaneski are going to round out the Sterling defense to start this contest. And Matt, we were talking about this pregame about the revenge factor. Sterling looking to avenge a playoff. I will call that an upset from last year, and really trying to give it to Buena here and get some revenge.
They are. You take that from year to year. Obviously, Buena not a team that you see until you get to the playoffs, and definitely, a lot of these girls played significant roles last year, and that definitely sticks in your memory that these are the guys that bounced you last year.
The funny thing is, it's either Sterling baseball or Sterling softball that winds up meeting with Buena in the playoffs year after year after year, and Sterling was about a power point or two away on the baseball side from meeting these same Buena Chiefs in the first round of baseball playoffs. We've been there the last couple years, and unfortunately, Buena's gotten the best of Sterling each and every time. So make it 3 straight in the playoffs for Buena spring sports in the playoffs.
It's funny how that happens. It seemed that the basketball team, girls basketball, always seemed to get matched up with Barnegat for a number of years, and it just seems to happen that way.
And we'll take a look at the South Jersey Group 2 tournament bracket. You see on the bottom right there, Buena, a 5-4 winner against 10th-seeded Manchester Township in the first round. Sterling took care of business against Oakcrest 11-1 just 48 hours ago. And the winner of this matchup will face either the third-seed Audubon Green Wave or the aforementioned Barnegat, the number 11 seed. That game going on right now. Barnegat upset Delran 2-1 in the opener, so an 11 seed moving on that side of the bracket. And of course, West Deptford on the left, 15-0, the top seed in the South Jersey Group 2 tournament. That's the team to beat right there in this tournament.
Absolutely. Sterling lost to them twice, both very good games. I believe that Buena Manchester Township game went extra innings in that first round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and no surprises really on the other side of the bracket. West Deptford comfortably beating Collingswood. Middle Township, I guess you would call the 8-9 matchup an upset just by seedings, but that's a coin flip as far as I'm concerned. And 5-12 matchup, Overbrook takes care of Haddonfield 9-1, and then Cinnamon's all over Medford Tech 19-0. And if Sterling wins here, they will host the South Jersey Group 2 semifinal on the 31st. I believe that's after the Memorial Day weekend break. It's a Tuesday after break.
Tuesday.
And what an atmosphere that would be, especially with the amount of fans that came out for the girls basketball team in the winter season, which was easily, hands down, the best atmosphere I've ever seen in any high school environment in my entire life. Unbelievable.
That was a fun one. That was a fun game.
So hopefully with the that kind of atmosphere will transfer out to the softball field.
You hope so. I mean, not a lot of spring sports, spring sports kind of wrapping up, so hopefully the teams can get out and, support the softball team. Obviously, they got to win today first, but should they win and get to Tuesday's game, hopefully a lot of the kids will come out and support the girls.
So 2 teams are getting some instructions from the umpires.
Rob, I got to be honest, I don't come to a whole lot of softball games. Are the pregame conferences normally this long?
Not really. I mean, usually they're already taking the field and getting ready to go. But again, we are still officially about 9 minutes away from first pitch. About 10 of 4 right now. But these games if both teams are ready, they will start the games. And they have broken their huddles, and it looks like Buena is going to take their first at bats. Trish Quinn going to come out and pitch for Sterling. She pitched just 48 hours ago in the opening round matchup against Oakcrest. Came away with a win in a 11-1 decision. Got herself out of a couple jams from Oakcrest. They had quite a bit of base runners, and Trish Quinn able to escape it only with 1 earned run, giving her 32 earned runs on the season. And we'll take a look at the numbers for Trish Quinn, who's going to take the mound here. She is a junior, 7-4 overall, 3.18 ERA in 70 1/3 innings pitched. Again, the 32 earned runs, 33 strikeouts, and has surrendered 17 walks and 94 hits, and only hit 3 batters, which is amazing considering the amount of speed she's pitching with. We'll take another look at the Sterling defense as they are now officially on the field. Again, we mentioned Trish Quinn, Ashley Croge, senior catcher, behind the plate. Marissa Edmonds at first, Hannah Ochenegro at second, Marissa Nagel at short, Gab Ochenegro at third, Kaylee Whalen, Elle Kriebel, and Emily Kozaneski from left to right in the outfield. Just about to get this one underway. Easily the warmest day that we have had here in this calendar year, and that's something that both teams are going to have to adjust. Not something you had to worry about on the volleyball court as much. I don't know if you guys ran into a 90-degree gym.
I'll tell you what, we never did, but the boys' volleyball game yesterday, the playoff game, an intense game against Cherry Hill East, they kept having to bring out a towel to wipe down the ball and wipe spots off of the floor because the air conditioner wasn't on in the gym yet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The kids are really sweating in there.
It could be 90s all week. So we went from 50s and rain last week to 90-degree and sunny this week. Mother Nature can't quite figure out what she wants to do, but this may be turning the corner for the summer months.
Boy, let's hope so.
Yeah, I know you're a beach guy. I know you're just chomping at the bit to...
Just took the top off the Jeep today.
Yep, there you go. Leading off for Buena, it's going to be third baseman Asia Cintrone. Looking to get this rivalry started again. When we mentioned it in the open, Buena took care of business here at Sterling, upsetting Sterling as Cintrone looks at a called first strike. Second pitch on the way low. Ball 1-1 the count to Asia Cintrone. The 1-1 pitch. Again, same pitch, same result, low and in the dirt. 2-1. And the winner of this contest will either face Audubon or Barnegat as Cintrone fouls one out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. Should Sterling win, they will host the South Jersey Group 2 semifinal. Have to get past this one first. The 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, right at Nagel. Fires it over to Edmonds for the out. 6-3 on the putout for the first out.
You hit the ball hard, but hit it right at Nagel. Routine play for the out.
Brings up Britt Giuliano, the center fielder. One out here in the top of the first, South Jersey Group 2 quarterfinal. Tries to bunt, and it's foul. As Croge picks it up. Almost looks like she had a shot there to kind of scoop it out of midair.
Yeah, that's something Coach Johnson told me earlier today, that the 1 through 9, this order, 1 through 10 even, this batting order, any one of them can put a bunt down for a base hit.
Trish Quinn with the windup and the pitch. Outside, 1-1. The wind, as always, is a factor here. Not as much as we have seen it in the past, kind of blowing across the field from center field, just dead right across the field. And they called strike, and Quinn is ahead of Giuliano, 1-2. Taking another look at this one. Right at the knees, maybe a little low, but still trying to get comfortable with the strike zone as Giuliano lifts one into center field. Camping underneath it and squeezing it for the out is Elena Kriebel, the senior, and they're 2 away. A routine two-handed catch there by Kriebel. Sam Manfredo, the pitcher, is third up to bat here, 2 out here in the top of the first, still no score. Golfing one into shallow right field for a base hit is Manfredo, and there goes the no-hitter. We have to mention that because we've missed a few in our time here. We're willing to admit our mistakes. More recently, Angel Benjamin earlier in the season, we completely missed her no-hitter somehow because it was just a crazy game. Arbello fouls the first pitch down the first baseline out of play. That one didn't miss by much. The 0-1 pitch with one runner aboard. Low, ball one.
Nice play by Croach, scooped that out of the dirt.
The 1-1 delivery, hit on the ground, right at Ochenegro. The third is going to fire over to Edmonds for the out. And they get one hit, no runs, no errors, and they leave one stranded. We're going to move to the bottom of the first. Still no score. As we'll take a look at the Sterling starting lineup in just a few moments here. There it is. The Sterling starting offense leading off. Hannah Ochenegro batting second with almost an identical average. Elena Kriebel, you'd think would be her sister with the identical average. We'll get to her in a minute. Emily Arletto batting third at 441. Gab Ochenegro, cleanup hitter, hitting .556 to lead the team right now, followed by Marissa Nagel. Ashley Croach, the senior catcher, 3 home runs, 29 RBIs. That leads the team and is heading to Rutgers Camden next year to play her softball, as well as get a fine education from the Scarlet Raptors. Kaylee Whalen batting 7th, Mercer Edmonds 8th, and Trish Quinn, the pitcher, rounding out the starting 9, batting .379. So a very strong offensive team, this Sterling team. And you look at the Chiefs' defense, Manfredo on the mound, Hebert at catcher, Capachal at first base, Jones at second, Arbello at short, and Asia Cintrone at the third base, the hot corner, Capers in left, Giuliano in center, and Hannah Cintrone in right field. And there's Hannah Ochenegro going to lead things off, and you're going to get it. If she gets on base, you can pretty much assume that she's going to take second base as well at any given moment. 21 runs scored. I believe that leads the team, tied with her sister, Hannah Ochenegro. Gab Ochenegro. So the Ochenegro sisters responsible for 42 of Sterling's 177 runs this year. And Manfredo, I'm not sure if she pitched against us last year. It sounds familiar. Still no score here. The bottom of the first, Rob Strauss and Matt McPherson, maybe to be joined by Kevin Schulz later. We don't know.
Rumored to be on the way?
He could be anywhere at this point. My guess is Wawa. First pitch in there for a strike. Nice cut by Hannah Ochenegro, 0-1. Hit on the ground, right back at Manfredo. Easy play for her to fire over to Capachal for the out. 1-3 on the put out, and look at how much Hannah had to reach on that. El Kriebel going to step in right now. Kriebel on the season batting .302 and tries to get a board with a quick bunt and fouls it away. A very respectable 18 runs scored out of El Kriebel. 3 doubles to her credit as well. The 0-1 again tries to bunt, is going to go foul again, and it's 0-2 to Kriebel. So Audubon or Barnegat await the winner of this game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a called third strike. Kriebel goes down looking. Take another look at this pitch. Going to come right in to your living room there. And looks like Arbello kind of gets in the way there of that our strike zone. And it's Emily Arletto out to bat. Arletto batting .441 on the season. Designated player with a hit the ball pretty well as she fouls this one off. Gabo Chinegro waits on deck should Oleto be able to get on. 1-1 the count to Oleto. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Manfredo, and she's ahead of Oleto, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, low, but she can waste that one. She's ahead of Emily Oleto, 2-2. Swung on and missed to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, and a pair of strikeouts. And Sterling goes down in order here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We move to the top of the second. Still no score. And we have the comfy confines of our tent, so we can wave. You can say hi. Liz, you can wave right over there. Say hi. Not feeling it? Yeah. There you are.
Shy.
Yeah, she's a little camera shy. That happens. We got the nice tent set up here, because it's otherwise we would be roasty.
We'd be baking.
Yep, for sure. It's gonna be Bear Jones and Capers for Buena here to lead off the second.
Actual pronunciation is Hebert.
Hebert?
Hebert.
I'm going with my Hebert. Well,
I'm
my apologies to Sky Hebert.
I'm not related by blood, but my uncle dates is sort of married, but not married to her grandmother, if you follow that.
I'm going to need a Venn diagram or some type of schematic on that. So my apologies to Sky Hebert. I'm going with the hockey pronunciation of things.
Well, we are in full swing with the hockey playoffs.
We are. That's a true story.
Let's go, Pens.
1-1 the count.
First pitch just catching the outside corner. Seems to be a wide strike zone here by the umpire.
Just missed again. 2-1 to Sky Hebert. Nagel to Edmonds for the out. Makes it look easy, but she doesn't have a lot of time to react. Again, another 6-3 putout.
Buna's putting the ball in play, but they're hitting it right at Sterling defenders other than that bloop single in the first.
Brings up Casey Jones, the second baseman. Again, no score.
I was going to say it.
Just missed on that one. 1-0. Congratulations to the boys volleyball team on a thrilling 3-set victory yesterday in the opening round of their respective playoffs. Matt, you were there for that one. That was one where Sterling went down in the first set and then crawled back into the game and wound up winning it 2-1.
Well, not only did they go down the first set, the game 3 had a lead. Cherry Hills fought back, and Sterling had 2 match points, and Cherry Hills tied it up. Cherry Hills then had 2 match points, and Sterling tied it up. It was just back and forth. I think the final score is 29-27.
Unbelievable. Evens the count at 2-2 to Casey Jones. Tyra Capers, the left fielder, is in the on-deck circle. And a called third strike, the first strikeout of the game for Trish Quinn. And for Trish Quinn, that is strikeout number 34 on the season.
Yeah, you get a look at what I believe to be a wide strike zone by this umpire. He's really calling balls that seem to be outside strikes.
Nobody on, 2 out here in the top of the second, still no score. And this one is going to go foul to even the count at 1-1 to Capers. One unique thing about softball is you can send your best pitcher out there every single game. Now, you can't do that in baseball. So, Sterling, and again, they do have some depth in their pitching with Angel Benjamin right underneath Trish Quinn. Hit in the air to right field on one hop. Kozaneski scoops it up. And the second hit of the game comes off the bat of Tyra Capers. One aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the first. That's going to bring up Hannah Cintrone, the right fielder. Called first strike to Cintrone. The 0-1. Outside, Croge going to check the runner at first and Capers. One and 2 to Cintrone. Runner on first in Capers with 2 outs. Swung on and missed to end the inning. A pair of strikeouts for Trish Quinn to get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 stranded again in consecutive innings. We're moved to the bottom of the second, still no score.
You look at that ball. That ball's outside, but that's a ball you got to swing at with the way this umpire's calling this game.
There's the little Strausses right here. She's trying to get her broadcasting career on. Connor, you can wave, say hi. It's right on top of the dugout over there. There you go. Future broadcasters, we don't know. Good crowd on hand. You know, free admission also gets you a suntan today, courtesy of Mother Nature. Coach Talent, just how many days away from her due date?
I want to say her due date is June 11th. That's a guess, but it's pretty darn close.
So that's the reason for the switch in dugouts this year. Sterling was on the third base side. They moved over to the first base side this year. And take a look at Gabby Ochenegro, who's going to lead off this bottom of the second, leading in all the categories in yellow there at average, doubles, and also tied with her sister, Hannah, in runs scored. Some really impressive numbers there. Heck, anything over 300 is impressive. The fact that she's still hitting 556 this late in the season is pretty unbelievable.
That is pretty impressive.
Manfredo back to work with her first pitch here to lead off the bottom of the second. Just outside, ball 1. It's going to be Gab Ochenegro, Marissa Nagel, and Ashley Croge. And 2 straight balls to Gab Ochenegro. Ochenegro laces one into center field for the game's first hit for Sterling. There goes the no-hitter, and there goes her average up and up and up again. Gab Ochenegro aboard with a leadoff single. And therefore he called first strike to Marissa Nagel. Nagel hitting .522, another impressive average there. Leads the team in doubles with 8.
Nice pitch.
1-1 the count to Marissa Nagel, with Ashley Croge, a very dangerous hitter, on deck as well. Two and one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To see if Ochenegro gets going to second base here as they try to get her over there. It's going to be a foul, and Ochenegro is going to have to retreat back to first base. 2-2 to Nagel. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, down the line, third base, just foul. Otherwise, that was a base hit. Missed it by about 2 inches off the line.
Not by much. You get a look at this again.
Oof.
Well, that was close.
The 2-2 pitch from Manfredo. Low, nice job by the catcher, Hebert. I said it right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Sky Hebert.
3-2 is high. So a leadoff hit and a walk puts 2 aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
And this
for
is who
Ashley
you want coming
Croach.
to the plate here.
Absolutely.
Your team leader in RBIs.
29 RBIs here. An impressive .426 average for Ashley Croach. It's a called first strike. Croach hit a walk-off home run in the playoffs last year. Up high, ball 1.
In this situation, first and second, nobody out. Normally in this situation, you'd have somebody lay down a bunt to get the runners second and third, but I don't think they're going to do that with Ashley Croach.
I wouldn't. Swings through. Strike 2 there. Nice pitch by Manfredo. And she just blows that one right past Ashley Croach. That could have been a ball, but she swung at it. And she swings through that one to complete the strikeout. Strikeout number 3 from Manfredo. And there's one down here. A huge out for the Buena Chiefs. Kaylee Whalen stepping in now with 1 out and 2 on. Looks at a called strike. Ochenegro on second, Nagel on first. Whalen a .423 average. Low, 1-1. Just missed 2-1.
Sterling doing a nice job being patient at the plate, and Manfredo really having a hard time finding the strike zone.
Fouls it back to even the count at 2-2 to Kaylee Whalen. Should she get aboard, Marissa Edmonds is in the on-deck circle. And how big would a base hit be here? On the ground, fielder's choice will advance the runners. Ochenegro to third, Nagel to second.
Big spot here for Edmonds. Single most likely knocks in 2 runs here.
2 speedsters on the base paths right now, and Gab Ochenegro at third, and Nagel at second. First pitch in there for a called strike. Edmonds tied with 2 others in doubles, and right at the second baseman to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2, and they get out of it. Still no score. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, she hit it hard. Just hit it right at the second baseman, Casey Jones, who makes a nice play on the ball.
So for Buena in the top of the third, it's going to be Maxwell, and then back to the top of the order, Asia Cintrone and Britt Giuliano. Caught it right in the air. Nice play there by Jones. Take another look at it here. They say third corner sometimes, or third base is the hot corner, and that one came right at Jones, and she did what she was supposed to do with it, puts it away, and ends the inning. So Trish Quinn, pair of strikeouts to her credit. Her counterpart on the other side, Manfredo, 3 strikeouts. So far, a pitcher's duel for sure.
Indeed, indeed. That's why that spot Sterling just had there. That's why it's so crucial. You got two really good pitchers going at it here, and you get a couple of runners in scoring position. If you're able to push them across, all of a sudden that puts a whole lot of pressure on Manfredo and the Buena Chiefs.
Brings up Sammy Maxwell, designated player, as the wind starts to swirl around here.
Wind. Holy cow.
Comes out of nowhere. Mr. K and I were setting up here earlier this afternoon, and there was not a breath of wind, and now all of a sudden the game starts, and it starts gusting in from center field.
And just like that, it stops.
0-2 to Sammy Maxwell. And a called third strike for the third strikeout of the game for Trish Quinn. One down.
Look at that pitch. That
caught the black on the outside of the plate.
Well, I mean, these hitters have to know this umpire's calling a wide strike zone.
Back to the top of the order for Buena, Asia Cintrone, the third baseman, who grounded out to short. Her first plate appearance, fouls this one off. A collective hush goes over the crowd. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Hit on the ground right at Gabo Chinegro. Fires to first for the out. Routine play from Gabo Chinegro to Marissa Edmonds. Britt Giuliano fouls the first pitch off. She flew out to center. Her first plate appearance. Right in your living room. Don't want to break that very expensive camera. 0-1. Showing bunt, puts down a beauty, and it rolls foul as Ochenegger scoops it up right off the line. 0-2. There comes the 0-2 pitch. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Still no score. Fouled off, stays alive, 0-2. So far, both pitchers bringing their best stuff here in an important quarterfinal game. The 0-2 delivery just outside. You saw that one called for. They called third strike for the first out of the inning against Maxwell. That one may have just missed, but it's still 1-2. Looks similar, right?
I thought it was in the same spot.
On the ground, Edmonds. Oh, excuse me. Nagel gets a very speedy Britt Giuliano. We'll take another look at it.
Just to prove I'm not a homer, I thought she was safe. Looks safe to me.
We'll give you another look at it here. 6-3 on the putout either way.
No instant replay in high school softball.
No. If there was, this would definitely be one I would challenge, and maybe should, I don't know. We'll have to,
that's close.
Either way, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We'll take one more look at it. This is probably the best look you're going to get at it here as, nope,
I think they got the call right, actually.
They might have gotten it right.
And live speed, I thought she was safe, but you slow it down there, I think they got it right.
By a half a step. Either way, Sterling's going to move to the bottom of the third. Chance for them to put some runs on the board. It's going to be the bottom of the lineup with Trish Quinn, and then back to the top in Hannah Ochenegro and El Kriebel. Again, take a look at Trish's offensive numbers. 379, 3 RBIs, and a pair of runs to her offensive credit. And she is only a junior, so we're going to be calling her name quite a bit next year as well.
Yeah, a lot of juniors on this team, Rob. I mean, I'm counting 3 seniors, and the rest all are coming back.
So Leading off the bottom of the third, still no score here. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. Rob Strauss, Matt McPherson with the call here in the South Jersey Group 2 quarterfinal game between the Buena Chiefs and Sterling Silver Knights. First pitch high, ball 1 to Trish Quinn. Swung on and missed. Healthy cut there by Trish Quinn. Pair of pitchers going against each other here. Oof. 2-1 to Trish Quinn. Again, Hannah Ochenegro on deck. El Kriebel in the hole. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled off, out of play, and staying alive is Trish Quinn.
Just getting a piece of that ball.
And fouled off again off the screen, so even if Hebert had caught it, wouldn't have counted anyway. The 2-2. Again, same pitch, same result. Nice at bat here by Trish Quinn, making Manfredo work here on a very hot day.
Trish is battling, doing a nice job just getting a piece of that ball.
Again, the 2-2. Same pitch. Not the same pitch, but looked like she took a little something off that pitch, but it got the same result in the foul. Good battle here between the two pitchers. Great at bat. That's got to wear a pitcher down here, especially with the 90-degree temperatures that we're having here today. Both teams not used to the heat and humidity.
Yeah. Did we say foul ball?
I think at least twice. Minimum 2 times. Let's try it again. The 2-2. This time on the ground to Jones. Jones, easy play over to Coppichol for the out. 4-3 on the put out for the first out of the inning. Yeah, back to the top of the order with Hannah Ochenegro.
Like you said, though, Rob, what a great at bat by Trish Quinn, really making Manfredo work.
Hannah Ochenegro grounded out to the pitcher. Her first plate appearance. Swings through strike 1. Up in the air, that may be playable in foul territory, and it is for the first baseman, Coppichol, and that's the second out of the inning. Unlucky for Hannah Ochenegro. Nice play there by Coppichol to get over there.
Hard to tell where the dugout is.
Kriebel throwing down a bunt.
Gotta call her out, the bunt hitter in fair ground.
Yep. So that's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. It's one of the problems with laying down a bunt like that is if it hits you in fair territory, you too are also out. Unfortunate circumstance there, because if she had gotten, I think they weren't expecting that bunt at all. She might have gotten on board.
Well, I'll tell you, if she comes up again, I'm expecting a bunt. She's tried to bunt both times she's been up.
Take another look at it here. Beautiful bunt. Look
That's
how
a great bunt, yeah.
How far back the defense is playing. It just hit her in the leg, and that's going to end the inning. So both of these teams through 3 innings have combined for just 3 hits. For Buena is going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Manfredo, Arbello, and Hebert.
Here you have again the pitcher-pitcher duel.
See how many fouls Manfredo can get off of Trish Quinn here. Got to give her something to hit, though. Low, ball 1. Quickly 2-0 to Manfredo. And here comes the 2-0. In there for a called strike, 2-1. One pitch way out of the strike zone, 3-1. And Trish Quinn 1 ball away from surrendering her first walk of the afternoon. Called strike, even though I think Manfredo thought that she was going to be awarded first base there. That looked high, but then it, oof.
It's close. Here comes fouls.
Umpire going to have a look at the ball that got fouled out of play, just check it for any imperfections. Full count, nobody out. Looped up in the air, and backing up, or going in momentarily was Nagel, and then backing up on it and making the catch for the first out of the inning. Let's go bring her Katrina Arbello. Grounded out to third, her first and only plate appearance. And the 1-0 pitch, outside 2-0. Kind of a war of attrition here between the two pitchers. Which one's going to tire out first, I think, Matt?
Yeah, Trish getting behind the first 2 hitters here in the 4th inning. Battling back to get Manfredo. Let's see how she does against Arbello here.
The 2-1. Low, ball 3. So 2 straight batters and 2 straight 3-ball counts. 3-1 hit on the ground right at Ochinegro, but Nagel there to back it up and not able to get the speedy Arbello for an infield hit.
Boy, another close play here at first. This time Buena benefiting from the call. We're, of course, able to slow it down. And
yep, she's safe.
I think it's the right call again. Yep. Credit to our first base umpire getting them both right, both close plays.
Yep. Good job on the guys in the truck being able to slow that down for us to get an accurate on both those replays that were close. Nice job in the truck, guys. Sky Hebert, the catcher, with 1 aboard, is up the bat now, showing bunt, and then pulls it back, and they almost caught Arbello napping on first. Showing bunt again, and bunting it foul and out of play. 0-2.
Sort of a bunt and pulled it back and sort of took a whack at it there.
Yeah, that's... The 0-2 to Sky Hebert.
She
Going,
goes.
and not able to scoop it there is Nagel. But I think Arbello would have been in there with a stolen base either way.
Yeah, she got a good jump on that.
1-2 to Sky Hebert with Arbello on second, 1 out. here in the top of the fourth. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout by Trish Quinn. I thought it was 1 and 2.
Still standing there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There she goes.
There she goes. She was still standing there.
I'll tell you what, she did strike out, but that's as good as getting the bunt down with that stolen base. Now you have Arbello in scoring position here, and 2 outs. Big spot for Casey Jones.
Strikeout number 4 for Trish Quinn. And Casey Jones at bat now looks at strike 1.
There's that strike zone I've been talking about.
Foul back out of play. 0-2 quickly to Casey Jones with Katrina Arbello standing on second base with 2 out. The 0-2. Hit on the ground right back at Trish Quinn. High throw, corralled nervously by Edmonds, but Sterling gets out of the inning. 1-3 on the putout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the fourth coming up. So for the home half of the fourth, it's going to be Emily Auletto, Gab Ochenegro, and Marissa Nagel. Very tense atmosphere here, Matt.
It is. You know, you mentioned it earlier. It's a pitcher's duel. Bottom of the fourth. You know, Buena puts a runner in scores position last inning. Sterling a couple innings prior, and it's just you're waiting for that first mistake or that first big hit to put a run across, and that could be the difference in the game.
Miss Talent on the left there.
Former teacher.
Yep, former Sterling teacher. Again, it's going to be Auletto, Ochenegro, and Nagel. Ochenegro got the game's first hit for the Silver Knights back in the second. Auletto struck out to end the first. Good contingency behind us and around us of Buena fans who have made the nearly 45-minute trek here to Sterling High School.
Yeah, it's a long trip.
Yeah, we've made that trip many a time. First pitch to open the bottom of the fourth is in there for a strike.
Take a look. You see the catcher just setting up outside, and the pitcher hits the spot where the catcher set up. But there's that wide strike zone again. These hitters got to be aware that we got a wide zone here by this umpire.
1-1 pitch. Hit up in the air off the backstop and out of play. 1-2.
Actually, off the backstop in play.
Yeah, technically. Volleyball, you can play off anything. Why can't you do that in softball?
That's what I'm thinking.
Auletto backs up, and then the fans behind us, albeit Chief fans, thought that was a strikeout looking for Manfredo.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. You could just hear the groans behind us.
Second full count of the afternoon here for Manfredo. And a called third strike. Strikeout number 4 for Manfredo to match Trish Quinn. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Second consecutive time Auletto's gone down via the strikeout, this time looking. Most dangerous hitter on the team up at bat now for Sterling and Gab Ochenegro. Hits one foul. McPherson died for that. He had a shot.
Out of my reach.
Taking another look at it. She almost hit us. I joke with her all the time about this in the hallways on how last year she almost hit us 3 straight times. And I'm like, now she hits one into center field, running up on it, making a snow cone catch is Giuliano for the second out.
Yeah, that ball looked like it might pop out of the glove here, but Giuliano hangs on.
2 down here in the bottom of the fourth for Marissa Nagel. I think she had to look that extra second to make sure that she still had it as Nagel swings through strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, hit in the air down the left field line and foul. 0-2.
Yeah, that one not fouled by much either, and that's probably extra bases there for Nagel, at least a double if that's fair.
Nagel in the hole here, 0-2 against Manfredo. That one well low, 1-2. Boys baseball losing a tough one in a rain-delayed game over 24 hours at Cinnaminson, and a called third strike, second of the inning and fifth of the game for Manfredo. Sterling goes down in order, and here in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left, and on to the top of the fifth.
That's a game ball.
Again, we mentioned the boys baseball team, tough game out at Cinnaminson. Got out to a 4-0 deficit on the road against the Pirates of Cinnaminson. Battled back to 4-2, and then the Lightning came. And a rock, paper, scissors game broke out, which if you're following at Sterling TV19 on Twitter, you would have seen that. Pretty
Sterling,
interesting.
for the record, was victorious in the rock, paper, scissors.
Yes, they won
game.
rock, paper, scissors. However, rock, paper, scissors does not advance you to in the South Jersey Group 2 bracket. They lost the game 5-2. Volleyball wins a thriller, or 6-2?
I think it was 6-2.
6-2.
I don't know.
Now we take a look at our respective bracket here. You see Sterling on the bottom right there. They defeated in the opening round Oakcrest 11-1. Buena over Manchester Township 5-4. So then you see our matchup. And then Audubon and Barnegat in that next matchup. And then the other side, everybody held serve with the exception of Middle Township over Cedar Creek. That's an 8-9 matchup. That's not really an upset. But everything's shaking out the way it is seeded, at least for now, in the South Jersey Group 2 tournament. It's going to be Capers, Centrone, and Maxwell in the top half of the fifth for the Buena Chiefs. First pitch strike to Capers.
He squared around a bunt but pulled it back. Called for a strike.
0-2. Oh, and 2. Staying alive is Capers. I think it's going to be the first team to make a mistake in this game is what might cost them. And a called third strike. Going down looking is Capers for the first out of the top of the fifth.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. It's either going to be a mistake or maybe that ball that Nagel hits is fair instead of foul. Some big hit to the gap or something that's going to be the difference in this one.
Strikeout number 5 for Trish Quinn. And Hannah Centrone up at bat now, lays down a bunt, goes right back to Trish Quinn, fires over to first. Covering first was Hannah Ochenegro. 1-4 on the putout for the second out of the inning. Take a look at the defense. See the first baseman, Edmonds, starting to sneak in. That's going to force Hannah Ochenegro to go over and cover first. Bottom of the lineup now for Buena in Sammy Maxwell, who struck out her only plate appearance in the third. Swung on and missed to even the count 1-1 is Maxwell. Again, swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Ashley Croach, 1-2.
Both pitchers still firing hard here through 4 innings, 5 for Trish Quinn.
Foul back out of play.
4 2/3, I should say.
Yep. Close enough.
I don't want to end the inning. I don't want to jinx something.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. A strikeout number 6 on the afternoon for Trish Quinn. That ends the innings. And Buena goes down again in order.
That's why we were talking about it earlier. You look at that, I believe it was the second inning for Sterling, had runners at second and third. If you can punch one of those runners in that inning, could be the difference in a game like this.
For Sterling, it's going to be Ashley Croach, Kaylee Whalen, and Marissa Edmonds. It's very much a chess match, this game. Both teams playing really well right now. Both offensive, well, not as much offensively because the defense has been so good with the pitching.
Pitching, and then when a team does put a ball in play, the defense has been solid.
You lead off a player like this, and Ashley Croach, the senior catcher, leads the team in RBIs. That's some impressive RBI numbers by Ashley Croach, and it's amazing how they hide her in the lineup batting 5th with that many RBIs. 3 home runs to her credit as well, as Croach lifts one foul down the first baseline. Tell my kids to watch out, they're playing over there. One to Ashley Croach. The pitch from Manfredo. Low, ball 1. Very tense atmosphere. And the longer this game goes on and nobody's scoring, and hardly any base runners as well. Croach lifts one in the air to left field, and it is gone! A solo home run by Ashley Croach, and Sterling takes the lead 1-0. Home run number 4 on the season, a team high.
See Croach congratulated by her teammates there. You get a replay of this, she just gets a hold of this, gets the barrel of the bat on the ball, and hits a blast right over our camera out there in left center.
What a shot by Ashley Croach. Absolutely crushed that ball. You could see Capers running into your living room there, tries to catch it. Even if she was standing at the fence, I don't think she would have had a shot at that. So Sterling strikes first on the solo home run by Ashley Croach, as Whalen lifts one in the air to the pitcher. Easy put out there for out number 1. Edmonds' only plate appearance. Grounded out to second on a fielder's choice. Now check that, it's Edmonds lined out to second base in the second inning. And fouls one out of play, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Manfredo. Just low, 2-1. Just below the knees there. We could probably take another look at that. From our vantage point, didn't miss by much. Again, fouled back out of play, 2-2. One out here in the top of the 5th, 1-0 Sterling on the solo home run by Ashley Croach. Fouled back. Trish Quinn on deck for Sterling. Two. High, ball 3, so full count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Up in the air towards third base. Asia Cintrone squeezes it for out number 2. Brings up Trish Quinn, grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning.
After about 8 foul balls.
Called strike. One and one. Hit up in the air, camping underneath it is Jones, and she makes the final out of the inning, but Sterling strikes first on the solo home run by Ashley Croge. They get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave them empty. Head to the top of the 6th, 6 outs to go to move on. So for Buena, back to the top of the order in Asia Cintrone, Britt Giuliano, and Sam Manfredo, the 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Chiefs. Take another look at the home run here by Ashley Croge. Right in the wheelhouse for Ashley Croge, and all Capers can do is look at it as it sails overhead and over the fence.
Pretty much directly over Sam Whalen at the TV 19 camera out in left field.
The guru out there, Sam Whalen.
There's Sam. No, there's not Sam. There's Ashley Croge.
Is it enough for Sterling here as they have the slimmest of leads right now, 1-0? Can Trish Quinn and the Sterling defense get just 6 more outs?
We talked about it, Rob. It was either going to be one mistake or 1 big hit. So there's your big hit. Let's see if that stands up. Hopefully no mistakes by Sterling.
Sterling on the afternoon. Not a lot of hits to their credit. Counted through 5 innings. Only 2 hits. One of which was a solo home run. The only other hit was Gabo Chinegro to lead off the 2nd inning. Asia Cintrone, the 3rd baseman, 0 for 2 on the day, pair of groundouts. First pitch, high from Trish Quinn. Big situation here for Trish Quinn. 1-1, but she's been in this position before in big games. What a great experience this must be for the junior. 1-1, hit up in the air, giving chase and making the catch in foul territory is Edmonds for the out.
Yeah, good hustle by Edmonds, kind of over his shoulder there. Got a good jump on the ball. Makes the play.
5 outs remaining.
5 outs.
Brings up Britt Giuliano, again 0 for 3. Flew out to center in the 1st and grounded out to short in the 3rd. Showing bunt and goes around for strike 1. First time we've seen Trish Quinn just kind of take her time, and usually she works pretty quickly. Fouled out of play, and she's ahead of Giuliano, 0-2. 6 strikeouts for Trish Quinn. 39 on the season. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. 0-2. On the ground, Ochenegro scoops it up, fires to Edmonds. She drops it. I don't know if that's a low throw by Ochenegro or looks like it went in the glove of Edmonds. I don't know how you score that one.
Yeah, the throw's a little bit low, but I think that's a play Edmonds has to make.
Either way, it is an error. And on the way to second and sliding past the bag momentarily is Giuliano. She's in there with a stolen base. So the tying run is in scoring position with one out here in the top of the sixth. And Coach Johnson going to come out and talk to the infield umpire. Not sure what she could be talking to him about. She did go past. I wonder if she was questioning whether or not she was off the bag when she made the tag. Again, that's...
She definitely slid beyond the bag, but the tag wasn't there. Got back to the bag in plenty of time.
0-1 to Manfredo. Hits it up in the air towards center field. Backing up and making a basket catch is Nagel.
What a great play by Nagel. Just kind of, you said it, that was almost like a Willie Mays center field play there.
Huge out for Sterling.
That's a big timeout. Yeah, that ball had trouble written all over it.
I thought that was going to drop in no man's land between Kriebel and Nagel. Nonetheless, it's a second out of the inning. On the ground to the aforementioned Nagel, goes right through her legs. Coming in to score is Giuliano to tie the game on the error by Nagel. I thought Croge may have had a shot. Either way, the game is now tied at 1.
Yeah, the ball kicked away from Ashley.
So a pair of errors in the inning leads to the tie game with 2 outs. Ball was hit hard by Arbello. Nagel couldn't handle it. And now it's up to Sky Hebert, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Arbello on second base after the error by Edmonds. Or excuse me, by Nagel. Just missed. 1-1. And at what point do you come out here and talk to Trish Quinn, kind of calm her down a little bit and be like, hey, not your fault here. Yeah. Let's just get this one. 1-2.
There's that outside strike again.
Take another look at that strike zone. Well outside.
Ashley Croge almost dives for that ball.
On the ground, the Nagel scoops it up, fires to first, ends the inning this time. But Buena ties up the game on a pair of errors by Sterling. They get 1 run, no hits, 2 errors, and they leave 1. We're head to the bottom of the 6th. We're all tied at 1.
Well, we talked about mistakes. We talked about big hits. Unfortunately, Sterling's had them both.
There's the error on Nagel. It just went right between the legs, and I thought Croge did a great job blocking the play, just couldn't corral it.
Absolutely. It looked like the ball was, I don't know if it was in her glove, and uh-oh, here goes the tent.
There goes our tent. Our tent just blew away.
Okay, you got Croge. Looks like she's got the ball. She's got the ball in her glove. Looks like she's got 2 hands on the glove, but it looks like the slide knocked the ball out of the glove. As you see, our tent knocked out. I'm going to go try and help Mr. Strauss here. We're going to take a break here.
We had a tent malfunction. Gust blew it over onto some Buena fans. The game must go on, though. Mr. McPherson trying to put it back together again as Another look at the error by Nagel. As Mr. McPherson tending to tent duties as we take a look at the play at the plate, and it looks like a player from Buena may have slid into Croge and knocked the ball loose. And back to live action for Sterling, looking to battle back here. Top of the lineup, Hannah Ochenegro, El Cribel, and Emily Oleto. Hannah Ochenegro 0 for 2 on the day in the leadoff spot. Oh, low pitch. I was ready to write that in there as that was well below the knees there. And a called strike now, 1-2 to Hannah Ochenegro. Two and two. Strike zone moving all over the place here. Bottom of the sixth, nobody out. Tied at 1. Fouled off the mask of the catcher, Hebert. Evens a count at 2 and 2. I'd like to thank Tyler from Buena for helping us out with the tent as it blew onto some Buena fans. Mr. McPherson back.
Oh, I'm out of breath. I don't know if you thanked Tyler already from Buena. He's a cross-country runner.
That's
Helped
good
us
work.
out big time.
Good work out of Tyler. We'll try and give him some airtime, helping us out here. He's fouled off out of play, still 3 and 2.
Because to be honest, I couldn't figure out how it folds up.
3 and 2. Hit in the air towards center field. Giuliano underneath it for the out. Brings up El Cribel. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Her last plate appearance tried to bunt and get over to first base, but the bunt hit her. And therefore called out. Now she's going to bunt again. This one is picked up in fair territory, and she is out.
Another close play. I thought maybe the first baseman picked her foot off, or actually it'd be the second baseman playing first. Look at she lifted her foot off the bag there. Maybe not.
1-4 on the putout. And brings up Emily Oleto, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Manfredo dialed in here in the 6th. Made that one mistake to Ashley Croge, who will be up hopefully in this inning, if not definitely the 7th. On the ground, towards short, bobbling it momentarily is Arbello, and an error to the shortstop. Arbello puts Oleto on base with 2 out. And they're going to pinch run for Oleto.
It's Emily Kozaniewski's going to come out and pinch run.
And a meeting at the mound for Buena right now. Now we're exposed to the elements now. Our tent is gone.
I didn't bring any sunscreen.
This could be trouble.
Good thing you're wearing a hat.
Yeah, I know, right? What could be trouble are the errors in this 6th inning. Sterling had a 1-0 lead, committed 2 errors in that top half of the 6th, turned into an unearned run to tie the game, and now an error by Buena has put 1 runner aboard in Emily Oleto's, now Emily Kozaniewski as a pinch runner.
And you got the heart of this Sterling lineup coming up, and Ochenegro, Nagel, and Croge, if 2 outs, if they're able to get a couple hits here, could regain the lead.
Some smart base running by Emily Kozaniewski on first base. Try and get in scoring position here with 2 out. Gabo Chinegro, 1 for 2 on the day. She is responsible for half of Sterling hits. First pitch to her, low. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2. I wonder if they are pitching around, or I wonder if that was what the meeting was about at the mound. Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah, they're definitely pitching around her, and leading hitter on the team, and not a bad move here. I mean, like you said, as half of their hits, you put the go-ahead run in scoring position here, but maybe you take your chances with Nagel.
So the 100 hit club leader from last year up to bat now, and a .522 average. A hit would be huge here for Sterling, and that would more likely than not score Kozaneski at second. First pitch to her is in there for a called strike. Nagel 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
You take a look at this pitch. It looks a little low. That's where it crosses the plate. That's kind of hard to see from that angle.
Nagel thought about the swing on that one. Almost tempted to swing at it. 1-1. The 1-1 with 2 outs. Called strike 1 and 2. Got to protect here, does Nagel. Ashley Croge waits on deck. Just missed. The Buena fans behind us, I'm sure you can hear them, wanted that one.
Yeah, Manfredo wanted it too.
There's about 20 umpires behind us that thought that was a strike.
You see here after that pitch, he kind of heads towards the dugout thinking that's strike 3.
Fouled out of play. Gabo Chinegro on first. Emily Kozaneski on second. She represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th, all tied at 1. Winner of this game advances to face either Audubon or Barnegat. Pop fouled out of play right near us. Well, sort of.
I almost ended up in John Baker's classroom.
You could probably do a math lesson on velocity and arc, and what else could you do with that?
Maybe the parabolic motion of the ball.
That sounds good. Ooh. Off speed, just missed. Full count now to Marissa Nagel. Very patient at bat here for Nagel.
You got Croge looming in the on-deck circle.
Big pitch here. Hit in the air down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. Emily Kozaneski is going to stay at third. She slips, and she's hurt. She gets tagged out for the final out of the inning, but she went around third, pivoted and stopped, and tried to go back to third base, and she is shaking her wrist.
Yeah, shaking her right hand. I don't know if she fell awkwardly. Tried to brace her fall maybe and just hurt her wrist there.
She's going to walk it off. It's 7-5 on the putout for the final out of the inning.
She made the turn at third. You can't really see from that angle. She planted to go back to the bag, and her foot just came out from under and fell down, and I'm guessing she just fell awkwardly on that wrist.
So they end the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave 2 in what would have been a huge play, because that would have put up Ashley Croge on deck.
Ashley Croge would have come up 2 outs, bases loaded here.
Now joining the broadcast booth, Pan. There you go. We got this guy in here now. You got Schulze. Welcome back.
I thought you were supposed to have a canopy. Didn't you have a canopy earlier?
Well,
that's a long story.
See
and
Tyler
you don't want to get
yeah,
into
Tyler's the
Tyler
man.
can tell you
Tyler
about that
hooked us up because the tent flew away, and Tyler from Buena saved lives to our right. He saved lives, and that's what people do.
That's what they do. Video to follow later.
I don't know if we have video of the tent blowing away, but it sure was interesting.
I'm sure it was. Well, speaking
Tyler,
of interesting...
Right now, Tyler's got more airtime than you do right now.
He does, okay.
Deservedly so.
Deservedly so. Tyler did a real nice job.
So it's going to be for Buena, Casey Jones, Tyra Capers, and Hannah Centrone in the 7th. It's nail-biting time. Casey Jones 0 for 2.
Emily Kosniewski still out in right field, so I guess her wrist is okay, which is good news.
Buena took a big round around third and then got the stop sign and could not get back to third base. And it would have been bases loaded with 2 out for Ashley Croge. And instead, it's going to be bottom of the 7th, Ashley Croge leading off. Hit up in the air, a mile, Nagel underneath it for the out.
Well, that's one of those plays. I guess, you're way between Ashley Croge coming up, 2 outs, bases loaded, but with an out ball just falling behind the third baseman and then running to the ball, if you have the runner go, you force, obviously you could get into an out, but you forced them to make a play. So, yeah, that was it.
Capers on the ground, 1 hop. Ochenegro fires over to Edmonds for the out. Makes it look easy, but that was a real tricky hop to Gab Ochenegro.
Hard hit ball, tough hop. Ochenegro makes a great play on that ball and a good throw.
And she's been doing it all year, especially the games that we've had. Ranging to her left, having a play like, or a play like that where she just
She's been doing it her whole career. Yep. She's been doing that. Hannah Cintrone 0 for 2 with a strikeout, lays down a bunt, goes foul. Kick save and a beauty by the first base coach for Buena.
And the play at third is such a key. I mean, we've seen some games here where third basemen haven't been able to make those plays, and it's been a difference in keeping rallies going for Sterling.
0-2 hit right at Nagel. Line out to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Buena. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Sterling, it's hero time. It's going to be Ashley Croge responsible for the Sterling's only run to lead off the bottom of the 7th.
And coming up in the leadoff position, you think they're going to give her anything to hit?
I would put her on, but I don't know if you can with nobody out. That's a tough position.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to give her anything out over the middle of the plate. I mean, if anything, you might pitch her backwards and go with something off speed to start her off.
What do you think, Miss Talent? She's got her work cut out for her here in this bottom of the 7th. Outward. I mean, she does coach from the dugout now because
she's got the uncanny ability to just look loose and calm, but I know inside she's probably just a little wired up right now.
Ashley Croge, if you're just joining us, put the only run on the board for at the time, the only run on the board for both teams to lead off the 5th inning, a solo home run to left field. And what would you do here, Schulze, in a situation where you have the team's leading RBI hitter and home run hitter with 4 home runs? What do you do here if you're Buena?
What I don't think I'd do, I don't think I'd start her off with a fastball. Even if you say, hey, we want to start the fastball away or in tight and high, you could miss your spot, and that's when you run the risk of getting it out over the plate, and that's definitely something you don't want to do with Ashley Croge. I pitch her backwards. I start off with something off speed.
The first pitch to Ashley Croge. High, well high, ball 1.
She definitely actually looked like the fastball, but obviously nowhere near the middle of the plate.
Croge lifts one in the air to center field. That's playable for Giuliano and makes the catch. That was up in the air for what seemed like an eternity for the first out of the inning.
And they got, that ball definitely got it. Got part of the plate, a good part of the plate, and had her pitch, just got under it.
Yeah, just got under it a little bit.
Kaylee Whalen up now for Sterling, 0 for 2.
What a big out for Buena here, leading things off.
For 2 is Whalen, and 0 for 1 is the count. Swung on, hit in the air, in play. Camping underneath it is Manfredo, and doesn't make the catch. She drops it. She was backing up, and it fell out of her glove as she was trailing backwards. And it's a 1-out error.
Good hustle by Whalen. That's why you always say, run things out. You never know what's going to happen.
And she looked a little slow out of the box as if she wasn't going to run it up, but then she ran and let that be a lesson. You always run it out.
Always do.
Second error of the game for the Chiefs. It's Marissa Edmonds at the plate now, 0 for 2. Looks at ball 1.
You're joining us late, obviously, here. This umpire has made a bevy of outside pitch is called for strikes here.
Late swing by Edmonds and makes it 1-1.
We get that sometimes when they get the umpire, the catcher setting up on the outside part of the plate. Yeah.
In the left field for a base hit, holding at second is Whalen. And it's a 1-out single, 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 7th for Sterling. That is just Sterling's 4th hit of the afternoon, comes off the bat of Marissa Edmonds.
Yeah, you're going to get a pinch hitter for pitcher Trish Quinn. Looks
That's
like
Bailey Adolph.
Yeah, Bailey Adolph.
Adolph coming up. And I'll tell you what, that was a nice play by that left fielder getting over to that ball, because if that got by or got to the fence, then you run the risk of Whalen coming around and scoring a winning run.
Or if nothing else, getting a third at least,
Yeah.
Huge opportunity here for Sterling. And you talk about a player that did a little platooning out in right field with Emily Kozineski, Schulze, and she can hit the ball.
She's got a lot of power, can get it up in the air.
Which is another big reason for the holding Whalen to second base.
Right, a fly ball gets her home.
The catching position even more important here. One gets away, the runners will advance. Hit in the air, that may drop into no man's land, it will. Center fielder takes her time getting there, and Kaylee Whalen kind of fell asleep on the base pass there, and Sterling fortunate, bases loaded, 1 out.
I actually think she lost. She looked like she lost track of the ball. Came
think
back
you're right, Kev.
and looked over her shoulder. Wasn't sure how far it was going behind her, and obviously you've got to play it safe in that situation.
Back to the top of the order now for Hannah Ochenegro.
Well, I got to be on the same page as you. Runners, it's 1 out. We got to go on the ground. You are on that bat. No, come over here. You got to go hard on the ground, okay? Anything in there, and that bag wasn't in her, okay? She might not say go.
So you've got obviously on the.
Listen, all right, please. All right.
Right down the third base line. One down.
Anything on the ground. You heard Coach Talent. Anything on the ground, you're going.
And if you're Buena, obviously you got to pull your infield in here with 1 out.
Ochenegro 0 for 3 on the day, and she is due.
Unless they're going to play a double play death. I don't know how many double plays you see in softball.
I mean, it's got to be on a rope to get a double
really
play.
Does. Has to be hit hard.
First pitch from Manfredo. Hit up in the air, popped. Backing up on it is Arbello and makes the catch. Didn't even get a chance to look at a pitch for the 2nd out of the inning.
And that's one, as far as the pitcher goes, that's as good as a strikeout right there.
Sure.
And now the other advantage you have here is you can get the force at any base.
Brings up El Kriebel 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Chance to be the hero. Looks at a called first strike. On third is Whalen. Second, Edmonds. Quinn or Bailey Adolph on first. Ball low. 1-1.
All eyes on Whalen there.
Absolutely.
That's the only one that needs to score.
And it just goes back to show how important that play by the left fielder is. Otherwise, this game is over and we're in a postgame.
Yeah.
Hit in the air.
And guess what?
And then Sterling's going to win it on the walk-off hit by El Kriebel. Sterling wins 2-1 on the walk-off single by El Kriebel, and they will advance to the Group 2 South semifinals.
Well, doing what they had to do, obviously, a tight game like this, getting on base and just doing the simple things, and that's what ultimately allowed them to get this win. And how many times have we seen in these playoff games decided by just a play here or there? Sterling was able to be on the better end of that today.
The pitcher with the error with 1 out on Kaylee Whalen advances, and guess who scores the winning run?
It was Kaylee Whalen scoring the winning run and doing a good job, again, getting things started, hustling down that first baseline and that pop-up that was missed by the pitcher, and they took advantage of the mistake. That's what good teams do.
Unbelievable, the senior with a walk-off single to win it in the South Jersey Group 2 quarters. And they get some revenge from Buena coming here last year, Matt, and upsetting Sterling.